Hey guys. So, there's several topics, several things that people have been asking me to address. The one that's being highlighted for me right now, and one of the most recent ones, is to talk about mental health. So, all right. On one layer, it is extremely important to address mental health as mental health. The people who work in the mental health care field have big jobs that they do, and they're very, very, very important. Those are very important roles, and it's very legitimate and very valid. At the same time, with where I am at, I am zoomed out far enough and I am advanced enough to know that there is actually no such thing as mental health issues. It is more that these beings, humans, whatever you want to call them, us, call us, they honestly are just more advanced and more connected and more beyond. And it's more so, sorry, hang on. And it's more so that, sorry. Okay. So it's more so that they're more advanced and the world hasn't been calibrated to them. Those who it's even more so those who don't deal with mental health issues are actually more within insanity than those with mental health issues. Those with mental health issues are more closer to sanity than insanity, because so many are so lost in oblivion still. And those who are like more deep in oblivion don't see and understand how mental health is actually a reflection of how advanced some people are. And they're blasted in too high, and they're not in a world that's calibrated, a reality that's calibrated to them. Especially since we are not taken care of in the way that technically we should be. If you look at some indigenous cultures, some Eastern cultures, all that stuff, the wise men, the wise women, the shamans, that's what people who have mental health are looked at as. Sorry, my team's messing with my nose and it's pissing me off because I'm trying to be serious, and I'm just like, don't mess with me right now. Like, seriously. I'm actually going to start getting angry. Like, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Anyway, so just completely distracted me. Don't do that. I'm talking about something serious right now. Yeah, they're looked at as shamans and wise men and women, and they're revered and they're guided and they're taken care of. And that is what should be happening with us. Instead, people are thrown in psych wards and locked up and put on meds. The field of mental health is going to start looking different. I'm double checking with Erik. It was ding, yes. You got it, babe. Okay. It will start looking different. It's going to start reversing, where it's not necessarily going to be people locked up in padded rooms, but big open spaces with one-to-one care 24/7. That's what's needed. Outdoors, greenery, fresh air, nature, and then guidance from those who get it. If you sit there and you tell someone over and over again they're sick, well, of course they're going to think they're sick. And then not only like on a personal level, but then look at society and movies and shows and what those say about mental health. It's starting to change now, where my nose, I am, oh, 1 second. It's driving me crazy. Okay, anyway. not funny. Stop. Erik sitting in front of me. He's got red t-shirt, black jeans, white socks, and he's just laughing. He finds it so funny that my nose is being bugged right now. And he finds it funny that I'm like getting frustrated because I'm just like, this is serious and people are going to get annoyed and they want to hear what I have to say about this and they don't want to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, not that you guys don't want, like, I know you guys want to see and hear from Erik and see Erik interacting and stuff. Absolutely, I get that. At the same time, it's like, I know that you guys are also like, okay, we want to hear what you have to say about the mental health stuff. And you keep getting distracted. I know, I'm sorry. So stop. So, oh my God, stop. Seriously, stop. This is where I get frustrated working with my freaking team. Like, stop. And they don't listen. Stop. Stop messing with my nose. I'm not kidding. I'm going to turn this off and I'm not going to keep doing this. I haven't turned the camera on to film in weeks to do something like this and you're going to bug me? Stop. They want me to... Why? Really? I want... It's an example of just going with the flow. Just go with the flow. They want to show that it's okay to get annoyed and mad at them. They also want to show that it's okay that, and it's normal, that even being as advanced as I am, to get frustrated. I feel like crying right now. Because I'm like, I haven't turned my camera on in weeks, and I wanted to speak about this, and now he's just messing with me. And it's beyond frustrating. And my mind is going, I understand what he's doing. At the same time, I don't give a flying fuck. Stop messing with me and let me do what I wanted to fucking do in the first place. This is what we go through on like a daily basis right now. This is part of the inner work that I'm doing is this right now, and it pisses me off. I understand and I appreciate it at the same time. All right, I guess this is what this video is going to be. I thought it was going to be about mental health. I apologize, guys. Really? Well, I'll just put in the description and let it go. I'll put in the description. I was going to start talking about mental health and then it just went off into this. All right, so I guess we're talking about working with spirit and getting annoyed with your team. They want you to use them as punching bags. This is part of the inner work that I'm doing right now. My team messes with me. When I'm not in a good headspace, I get mad at them and I say, don't fuck with me. You're fucking with me and I don't appreciate it. Don't fuck with me. I do understand it's all lessons and it's all training. I am in a hard place of training. This apartment that I'm living in is all training. This apartment is training for me. This is all training. And what Erik's doing right now is training. And now that I've started addressing this, he stopped messing with my nose. He's laughing. He's like, oh, you're frustrated. He's teasing me. Yeah, I am. Because now okay. So, it's totally normal and totally okay to be angry and annoyed with your team. Even when you're in the awareness that it's all for your benefit. It's okay. It's okay. I throw temper tantrums at my team a lot. It's hard. It's hard being human. It's hard going through this ascension process, and it's hard having to learn lessons and face this stuff. And it does feel at times like it can feel at times like your team is coming at you, but really they're really just helping and training and guiding, and it really is our own perception. I started getting really annoyed and upset right there because I'm just like, I told you guys I was going to talk about mental health and I was all prepared to do that. And then Erik starts messing with me and I'm like, dude, we need to be taking this seriously and you're messing with me. And then I realized that he's like wanting me to change the subject and I'm like, but I was all prepared for this. And like, and then he's going, dude, just chill. Just chill. Just go with it. Let's just have fun. Just go with it. You thought you wanted to talk about this, but I wanted to address this. And so let's just go with whatever it's going with. And now I'm starting to feel nauseous. Actually, I feel like I'm going to throw up, which is a reflection of the upset that I just went through. And now my body wants to purge it. I really don't feel good. I really don't feel good. I really feel like I'm about to be sick. Sorry, I'm frozen right now because I'm like... And now I feel like a dancing monkey again. Shit, and I'm not crying because of that. I'm drooling. Fuck. I'm going through a purge. Shit. I'm literally drooling as I'm crying. And they're pointing out, to circle back, they're pointing out mental health. This could be a reflection, people who don't get it, this could be a reflection of I'm crazy, I'm sick, you know, mood swings, dual personality. Like I just went from, you know, normal to like crying to like normal again. Like this can easily reflect as mental health issues. But for people who get it and understand, oh my, stop. For people who get it and understand. Shit, sorry. Erik's on this side, Robin's on this side. They got their hands on my back and they can see they've got their wings out and open. They're telling me I'm doing a good job. I feel so stupid right now. Hang on, I need to blow my nose. Sorry. See, this is where I feel so stupid. This is where I, again, feel like a freaking dancing monkey. Like, I know what this looks like, and it's embarrassing. But it's for good reason. This is Erik pushed me into this for me to have a purge on camera. An example of this is what part of this process looks like, and people are looked at as sick. And what really should be happening is I should have had everyone is supposed to have a guide. Everyone is supposed to have a guide, let alone everyone's really supposed to have a community. Everyone is supposed to have a community and help take care of them and be embraced and loved. Many of us are pushed down and out of communities and beaten out. Those are for good reasons. I'm understanding it now. It's because we're supposed to be leaders, not followers. But again, on that mental health end, people who don't understand that are going to look at that as just crazy. What I just went through, they'll be like, that's just nuts. You know, like you need to be on meds, balance yourself out. But the thing is this is part of the ascension process. And if I had medicated myself up, I wouldn't be able to release that. I literally can't. When I'm on meds, I can't cry. And it physically hurts. There's a wall. It feels like a physical wall that is built up, or like that's like a ceiling that like is in my chest right here. And it's like the crying hits here. and then it stops, and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up, and I am literally unable to physically release. So for me personally, meds don't work. I need to be able to cry. So I'm never going to tell anyone, don't go to a doctor, don't go on medication, blah, 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 blah. At the same time, with where I'm at, I do know mental health is not, no one's sick. There's that certain layer where we have to, like for humans that aren't where we're at, you know, we have to speak on that level. There's a heart squad back home. There's a heart squad back home for a reason. Erik did what he did and has the mission. Part of the reason why he did what he did, and part of the reason why he has the mission that he has, is because of is because of the fact that, as much as, you know, if you do transition yourself home, you're not going to get punished for it. At the same time, unless it's been contracted in for your exit point, you know, you're here for a reason, and it's for a really cool, big, awesome reason. And we want you embracing your role and staying here. You know, we don't want you just taking yourself home if it's not part of your contract. You know, we want you here with us. So it's not that we're looking at anyone as sick. No one's sick. On that one level, like I said, it is important to look at that on that one level. I will never, ever, ever take that away. People who work in that field are doing good, important work. At the same time, it's going to, how that work looks is going to start changing, especially as people become more and more aware and start realizing what mental health actually is. So, yeah, it's normal, completely normal, to get angry and annoyed with your team, even when you know it's working in your benefit. Even if you know exactly what they're doing, it's okay to freaking hate them and hate what they're doing. It's okay. Embrace how you're feeling. Work toward letting it go and like give it to your team. Acknowledge and be aware of how you're feeling, but embrace how you're feeling. Don't resist it and don't push it down, because it's just going to come back at you harder. So embrace it so then it can get swept away. And what I just went through is completely normal. Feeling sick, having many different types of physical purges. You know, I have sat there and I have cried where literally all I can do is hold a cloth over my face and just literally let the tears, snot, and drool just run. I know how that sounds. It's gross. I'm sorry, but it's true. And there's a good chance you're going to get to that point too. Just literally just sit there, hold a sheet over your face, and just let it all pour out. Don't stop it. Embrace it. It's normal. So, you know, if you're dealing with quote unquote mental health issues, you know, if you're on meds and you don't feel comfortable getting off meds, you don't have to. That's totally cool. Do what feels good for you. You know, but if you feel like, for me, I'd been on meds for years, but I always struggled with taking them consistently. And over the past year or two, since I hit my awakening, I was like, I don't need medication. I don't need medication. It's blocking me out. It doesn't make me feel good. I don't need to be on freaking meds. I'm not sick. And so I'm not on meds. And I know there's some people out there that look at me like I'm more erratic than what I have been, but that's just because I'm letting my shadow surface, and I'm working with my shadow, and I'm working on the tar. Like I said, right now is like the tar that I need to get out. And once that's out, I'm balanced and blasted up, you know, and that's what everyone is going to need to do eventually. So, you know, and then you can look at, I know I'm just getting thought of like, well, I have feeling that there's some people like, well, what about the really dangerous mental health patients? You know, and again, that's all perception. It's all perception, and it's part of the illusion. Anything that doesn't feel good isn't real. And they are playing a role too. And as we allow New Earth to come online, that perception will change. And you'll see them for who and what they really are true, because they are also their higher selves. And they're also playing a role. And again, even with them, they're more advanced too, but the illusion and the density and the perception has turned it to make them look bad. But again, there is no good or bad, right or wrong. It just is what it is. And again, God and Source and everyone back home doesn't judge, so why should we? And again, like I just said, as perception changes and new earth comes more and more online, that stuff's going to balance out. We just need to let it. We're all pure love. And the best we can do for everyone and ourselves is to see everyone for who and what they truly are, which is their higher selves, and that everyone's just playing a role. And continue to say no thank you to the illusion and yes please to the truth, which is pure love. So, I feel like there was more I probably wanted to speak on that, so there's a chance that I'll address this again. This did not go the way I was thinking it was going to go. Erik just pushed me straight into a purge. I was not expecting that. So thank you very much. And he's going, you're welcome. Oh, he's hugging me. Hi. Hi. He's hugging me. Oh, and he's going after this ear. It's not, he just started though, so you can't see. One of these days, I'll point out, one of these days you will notice this will go so red. I'll point it out. He's just starting though, so it hasn't changed color yet. So anyway, yeah, I know there was more I wanted to say on that. Like I said, this did not go the way I was thinking it was going to go. So, I want to apologize. I want to apologize for what you guys just had to watch with this. I know I need to not apologize. I'm embarrassed, and I'm embarrassed, but it is what it is. I know it's needed, and if it helps at least one person, then it's worth it. So, all right. Oh, hiccup and burping at the same time. I'm like out of it. Tired. Oh God. See, I need to like go do some self-care after that now. Yeah, I need to go do some self-care. I think I'm gonna go hop in the shower, and then might make something small to eat. My stomach's settling down now that I cried. I don't feel like being sick anymore. Ding, the release, that's the ding to what I'm about to say. The release, the cry relieved my nausea, and Erik dinged to that. So anyway, thank you for everything. I love you all very much, and yeah, like I said, I'll probably readdress this again. There's more I wanted to say, but that kind of just went off into a place I wasn't expecting. So, all right, I love you guys all very much, and as always, have a wonderful now.